Hey everyone, exciting news from Wuthering Waves. They're giving us a guaranteed 5-star standard character and now 80 first bolts on the beginner's choice banner. Plus, they're sending us a 5-star character selection pack for free. Through the mail, as an apology for some bugs. Thank you very much. That's pretty awesome, right? So with all these fantastic characters up for grabs, I thought it would be the perfect time to dive into each of the 5 stars, talk about their abilities, and help you decide which one to choose for your guaranteed 5 star. Now I know, the question of which 5 star is the best is a very debated topic, but I do my best to break down their strengths and weaknesses. By the end of this video, you should have a clear idea of which character suits your playstyle the best. Stick around as I sum up my thoughts on all the 5-star characters, breaking down what they do best, so you can pick the best choice for your team. Let's kick things off with Lingyang. He's not your average character. In fact, he's a hyper carry with a twist. Picture this. He leaps into the air, stays there, gracefully floating as he unleashes a barrage of punches and kicks in his unique line dance state. It's a spectacle to behold, and allows him to deal massive damage to enemies with lightning fast attacks. Now, while Lingyang excels at DPSing down bosses and airborne enemies, mastering his playstyle isn't a walk in the park. You see, he spends a lot of time airborne, which can lead to some quirky interactions. Ever tried catching up to enemies, or find yourself stuck in animation without a clue, and asking yourself why? Yeah, that's Lingyang for you. But here's the thing, it's not just about the character, it's about your skill level too. Lingyang's skill ceiling is high, demanding precision and mastery of his unique mechanics. In his lion dance state, he becomes a nimble aerial fighter, ideal for those who enjoy a challenge. Now, don't get me wrong, Lingyang can dish out some serious damage when used optimally. However, he's not the go-to pick for DPS compared to other characters. Still, his playstyle is undeniably unique and enjoyable, making him a solid choice for clearing content. In my experience, Lingyang has become smoother and more satisfying to play over time, but there's always room for improvement, especially in refining his gameplay mechanics for a smoother experience overall. He is hoping for some quality of life improvements in the future to make him even more enjoyable to use. Moving on to the next character on our list, we have Verina. Verina is an absolutely broken support character. Let me tell you why. She's a healing support character, and honestly, there are not a lot of supports or healers in this game right now. What makes her stand out is her ability to provide healing without needing to spend too much time on the field, along with rolling out a plethora of buffs. Picture this, she can unleash a follow-up attack alongside your active character, while also rolling out attack and damage buffs to your entire party. And let's not forget her impressive party-wide healing capabilities. Her auto skill is a game changer. The best part, she doesn't require constant babysitting on the field, making her an incredibly efficient support character. Whether to team up with any other characters, she seemingly integrates into any team composition. Given the current lack of robust support characters in Wuthering Waves, Verina is a 5-star unit that demands attention. She's poised to be a staple on many accounts for the foreseeable future. Even as new support characters are introduced, Verina's versatility and reliability ensures she remains a top pick. So if you're a fan of support characters, appreciate her gameplay, or simply want to stay ahead of the meta, Verina comes highly recommended. Keep her in mind when building your dream team. Next up, let's delve into Calcharo's abilities and why he's another noteworthy addition to your roster. Alright, let's talk about Calcharo. This guy is seriously impressive for a bunch of reasons. First off, there's the obvious one. He gives off Sephiroth vibes, which is cool in itself. But what's also exciting is that he's an electromagnet DPS who packs a serious punch. He's precisely the character you would want in your lineup and synergies with the inland. More to that at the end of the video. Now here's the deal with Calcharo. His Resonance Liberation, his ultimate move, is where the real magic happens. It amps up your attacks and lets you dish out some serious damage. Picture yourself spending a good chunk of time with Calcharo on the battlefield, wreaking havoc as the ultimate hyper carry. And when you swap back to him, his next intro skill gets a nice buff too. But here's the kicker. You've got a limited window to unleash all that damage after popping his ultimate. You gotta stay focused, because enemies might try to make a run for it, or bosses could knock you around if you're not careful. Still, when you nail those combos and avoid slip ups, the payoff is immense. Trust me. Also, if you're just spamming that left mouse button, because Charo can still deliver some serious firepower. Sure, He may have been a bit overpowered at first, but even with some adjustment, he's still a top tier DPS option with a playstyle that is as fun as it is unique. Moving on, let's talk about a very unique character, Jianxin. Jianxin is truly a jack of all trades, doing a bit of everything. She excels as an on-field character who can build up shields with her heavy attacks. The longer you hold her heavy attack, the better and more effective the shield becomes. Yes, the animation is a bit long and clunky, but the payoff is worth it. You become tankier, and the shield will persist, healing your active character. Whether that's Jianxing or someone else, if you decide to swap, you'll benefit from this ability. Now, let's talk about her skill. Jianxing has a parry where she won't take damage and will unleash a powerful counter hit if you hold her skill and get hit. Her ultimate is a game changer, offering the best form of enemy grouping we have right now. It creates a vortex that efficiently gathers a lot of enemies, especially light and displaceable ones. However, keep in mind that it won't be as effective against bosses or elite heavy enemies. But in AoE situations, against numerous lighter foes, it shines. There's more. Yangqing also provides an ultimate buff onto her auto skill to the next character you swap into. This character will gain 38% resonance revelation damage for a set amount of time or until they swap out. I think this will be one of the main ways to play her. Her shield, grouping ability, and the big buff on her auto skill give her a supportive role that fits perfectly with the quick swap style of this game. Imagine spending some time on her, dealing damage, getting a big shield, grouping enemies, and then buffing your next character's ultimate damage. Yangxing has a lot of untapped potential if you enjoy her playstyle. She is not a must have character, but definitely a solid choice if you find her appealing. Lastly, let's dive into another DPS character, Encore. Encore is a really cool character with a unique approach to dealing damage. She starts off as a ranged character, sniping enemies from a distance, but once she uses her ultimate, she transforms into a melee carry and begins dishing out significantly more damage. Her powerful ultimate changes her playstyle completely, and she has these really fun combos that are super easy to use. You can go all out with her and still get a ton of value, but there's also plenty of room for optimization if you're up for it. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Her charge attack or heavy attack with a Forte Circuit can deliver massive burst damage, but the animation is pretty long. You can make the most of this by animation cancelling or swapping out once the animation starts. Encore will continue her attack while you switch to another character to keep the damage going. While she's pretty straightforward to play, parrying can be tricky outside of her ultimate. But overall, she deals solid damage, really shines when her ultimate is active. Plus, her little sheep puppets, absolutely adorable. Encore is a fun, engaging character that's definitely worth trying out. So let's dive into the big question. Who should you choose? Well, it all boils down to one thing, your personal preference. Yep, that's right, I'm gonna go with a coward answer. But no, if there's a character that truly speaks to you, whether it's because of their abilities, the way they look, the way their gameplay is, then that's your pick. After all, enjoying the game is what it's all about, right? But now, for some recommendation that I would give, I would say if you're looking primarily for a damage dealer, go with Calcharo. He does a lot of damage, he looks super cool, and he is better than doing damage than the rest of them in this banner. But if you already have him, then I would recommend you to go for Verina, because she is awesome and super turbo broken as a support, and she's crushing it. But if you already have both of them, the next one that I would recommend is Encore, because she is also very, very good DPS that does her job. And now we're left with the last two picks, Jianxin or Lingyang. I would say it's a toss up. It's personal preference, whatever you want. Both of them I'm going to get little buffs. So I would say that Jianxin is more of a swift army knife. She can do a little bit of everything, and that is very nice to have. Very nice to be if you want a one man army or one woman army in this case. And Ling Yang, if you want to be more creative, have more fun playing difficult characters. That's, I think, something that you could do because he does DPS, he does solid DPS, and it's pretty cool how he fights, but also it's a very, very difficult thing. And what I wanted to add about Calcharo is that he has synergy with Yingling, And that is the synergy of just having more damage amp for thunder damage, or electro in this case. Remember, people, things could always change down the line for the better or worse, so keep an eye out for updates. If this video helped you make a decision, I would greatly appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Also, be sure to check me out live on Twitch, where I'll be streaming the game and some other games. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found the video enjoyable and informative. Until next time, take care and peace out.